It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are across. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted. So,
and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Oh, that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. All the option left, it's Jones. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
The former first-rounder put it all together in 2022 with career highs across the board and cemented himself as one of the faces of the Giants' defense after an all-pro season.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the seat. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And running with power here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New York set to take the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Jones throw complete here to Waller. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
On for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. Into space at the 45. He's still on his feet. He may go. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Giants nothing. Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Throwing, Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here at MetLife Stadium. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. That is caught, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down the sideline he goes. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Here's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's up to the 20. Able to slither by. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Looking to throw. Jones.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses.